Now here we've got here, this one here is an Australian made Tara spinning wheel, and you can see it's in pretty sad condition. So what I'm going to do here is just spend a couple of minutes. I'm sorry about the wobble in the camera, but you can see what we've got here. We've got pale boiled linseed oil, and I'm using fine or 000 steel wool. And we'll just see how this comes up in a very, very short period of time. So we'll just tip a tiny little bit on there. So what this does is it actually goes inside the timber. It conditions it. And it actually works inside as it does outside. So it dries on the outside nice and firm. And inside it keeps conditioning the timber. So this is one of my favourite little mediums to use. Love pale boiled oil. And all it really is just treated linseed oil, which has just got an additive in it. Which means it dries hard on the outside. Actually comes up like tung oil. Now, it's pretty difficult to do this with one hand, but I'm sure you can already see just by putting this on. I'd like to try and lift that, but I've got a feeling that might be... Oh no, here she comes. With bits like this I normally would be using 00 steel wool, not 000. 000 tends to be a little bit fine for this. But you always go with the grain. Uses a little bit of elbow grease, so but this is one of the older methods. So we'll just leave that sitting for a little while we do some of the other bits and pieces. So we'll put this on, we'll leave it for about 10 minutes. And let it soak in, and then we'll wipe it off. So you can see up here you've got a bit of stain happening in there. So you can just see how this conditions the timber. There's terrible. And it'll just lift that little dark area. So what we'll do is I'll just leave this here. We'll do a little bit of a rough. Have a look at it over there. This here. That's a combination of dirt, maybe old shellac, and possibly being stored in the wrong spot. So I'll go and spend about half an hour on this, and then we'll take another little video of it. Now just have a look at this area. That's just a little bit dark. It's just a combination of dirt So you can see I only used a little bit. That actually looks to me like it's the old lacquer or something that they've put on it, the old treatment. And you can just see how it's just getting lighter and lighter and lighter. But again, you know, you have a look at this and you can... It really doesn't take much. So now you can see the beautiful golden honey tones of the timber. So again, you can see down here, it's sort of like a little bit crackly, like crackle paint. And again, you can see there, just by rubbing that, it puts conditions back in, and it's come up well. Now you can see now, I've just done about half an hour. And that's just before I've cleaned her up. So I'll just get a soft cloth now and go once over it, and you can see the bottle. I'd probably be lucky to use about 100 millilitres of so it wouldn't even be half a cup I've used to do all this. So this stuff lasts for a long time, and you can see down there is a bit of steel wool, so I use the 000 fine steel wool. By using, when it's a bit old and rough like this, probably 00 steel wool would be a little bit better. But anyway, so we'll let you have a squizzy at that, and then I'll give it a clean up and we'll get back in it. So here we've got the old girl, giving her a bit of a clean up. You can still see there's just a tiny little glisten there of what was previously there, but it's actually come up very, very nicely. So you can see the cracks in the timber there. That'll just show you how it's been stored and the actual condition of it. So she's been pretty sad. So just for this short period of time, I think we've done pretty well. And what have we used for the cord? This here. We've got a cording machine, so I'm actually able to knit this. We've got this in several different colours, and it's done out of upholstery cotton. So that's our Tara upright. A very, very neat looking machine and a quick 2-hour job. So thank you very much for taking the time to look at it. Have a good day.